Welcome to the Fertility Happy Hour with Sandra and Leanne, your fertility besties. We're here to bring some fun, laughter, and a new perspective to your fertility journey and give you lots of tips, hints, and tricks along the way. So sit back with your favorite mocktail or cocktail and have some fun.
Hi, everyone.
Hello.
Welcome back to another episode of the Fertility Happy Hour with Sandra and Leanne. Leanne and I are actually in the same place for once. We never are.
This is fun.
I know.
We have really an awesome guest who has
Well, we have two guests.
two guests.
I know. She's like, don't forget about me.
Yes. This is her first time on a podcast. Maybe both of you, but I don't know. But Susan was a client of ours. She's also a friend, and she has a really inspiring story that we kind of wanted to share with everyone because we think it would help all listeners and really something to think about and put yourself in that place and know that there's hope. And I think that's one of the biggest things is giving our listeners hope. So
for sure. And I have to say, because I've known you, Susan, for how long? 20 years?
20 years, probably.
20 years, yeah. And you never gave up hope, not once, which was amazing, throughout the whole time. You just never once did you doubt that you were going to keep going.
Yeah.
So I applaud you for that.
Well, I probably would have been enough,
but but
if you can start maybe just with a background of your journey.
Look at her.
Yeah, she's
okay.
I know.
So yes. Hey babe. He's not.
Oh, Key, I know.
So we went through about 7 years of trying and IVF and surgeries and miscarriages and injections and doctors and all sorts of stuff. And so it's hard not to lose hope whenever, you get the positive pregnancy test and then it doesn't end as you want it to. So it's hard to kind of regroup, but I just kind of kept thinking okay, I just have to keep going and trying until there are no more options.
And this was 7 years?
Regret it. What's that?
7 years? Is that
what 7 years?
7 years. How old are you?
47 now.
That's awesome.
I know. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And
so
Key is
pregnant when I was 39.
That was the first time that you got pregnant.
That was my first
pregnancy. You were 39?
39.
Wow. That's so crazy. I know. That's nuts.
So what kept you going, Susan? What? And was there a time where you kind of just wanted to give up?
Key, are you slapping her already?
Yes. Oh my gosh, you're being crazy. Yeah, I mean, basically every time I had the miscarriage, it was just oh God, why me? Why is this happening to me? Everybody else is getting pregnant. Why not me? And, all that kind of stuff. So, and, I mean, especially found that some people have miscarriages and things like that, or the IV, going through IVF and they don't talk about it. And you kind of only realize it whenever after the fact, or when you run into them in the doctor's office. Mm-hmm. And, you're like, oh, you're here too. So I found it very helpful just to talk to people because there are so many people that have been through.
Right. There are. I know.
I have a friend who also became pregnant when she was 46 and now she's, I think, 49 or so. I forget exactly what her birthday is, but she, so she went through, prior to me, she went through about 7 years also. And she has 2 little girls now. So, she basically had every treatment known to man. And so she was a good resource. Talking to you guys was a good resource, but I just found it very helpful to find out that you're not the only one. And hear that, people did have success, or, how they went about it, and what treatment options they tried and what doctors they tried and all those kind of things. So I found it helpful to know you're not alone.
Mm-hmm. Was there anything that you did differently, like physically or
emotionally?
Emotionally?
So this last pregnancy, every other one, I literally did everything. I switched all of my beauty supplies to organic, chemical free, the purest products I could find. And, I took, supplements, and I didn't have caffeine at all during my pregnancy, and, all sorts of stuff like that. And this last time I was like, you know what, I still have to like survive and be able to still kind of feel like myself. So this last time I allowed myself a minimum amount of caffeine, and I let myself kind of eat what I wanted to eat. And I was a lot kinder to myself the last pregnancy. I wasn't as strict,
Yeah.
because I was like, I had already done the extreme, limiting everything and doing everything that I thought I was supposed to. And then this last time I was just like, okay, let me at least like give myself some grace, and
Yeah. So it's like almost like you kind of let go of a little bit of the control, because I think that's what a lot of women do get hung up on, is because, right, like the whole thing you really can't control, know? So doing like the extreme diets or whatever, like that stuff, like you feel like you do have some sort of control over. But there is a fine line, like you do want to take care of your body, but you also don't want to restrict yourself so much and stress out over every little thing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, look at you.
It adds a whole nother layer of stress, I think, in the process, which you kind of let go. That's okay.
She is so cute. How old is she now? She's
8 months.
How? 8 months?
8 months.
Oh my God.
Standing.
8 months. Crazy. No, I mean, yeah, I really, like I said, I think that you're just such an inspiration. And also I think saying that it really helped for you to talk to people about it, because I think a lot of women, like, if you don't have anyone close to you that you can talk, that like is going through it, and I could see why, like, you would want to talk to someone that can relate to what you're going through. And if you don't have that, it's like, who else are you going to talk to, but it is very important to have a support system other than your partner, who guys just don't get it. Right. Like, like they can't emotionally fulfill that kind of support.
Yeah.
What's that?
All the shots.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah.
All
the shots and everything else that you guys have gone through. Yeah.
Is there anything that like a piece of advice you can give to women that are currently in your situation that you were in? So they're struggling, they're upset, they don't know where to go, they don't know what to do. Is there any kind of advice you can tell them, almost like you're telling your previous self?
I would just say, don't be afraid to talk to people. Don't be afraid to seek out help and professionals in the field that can kind of give you more information instead of trying to use Google, because you'll drive yourself crazy. I mean, that's the biggest thing, is just, feeling like you're not alone, and that, you have a plan going forward, and like, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to try this, this, and this, and see what happens. And, if that doesn't work, then I'll talk to some other people and get some other ideas of how to go forward.
Awesome. Very good advice.
I love it. And we really admire like how steadfast, like, and unrelenting you are. Like, that's what makes all the difference.
Yeah.
Is to know that you're going to be a mom one way or the other.
I know.
No matter what.
Always knew it.
Yep.
And look what happened. Perfect little baby Key.
She wants to type on the typewriter too. Daddy works on his computer. She wants to do it too.
Oh, daddy's little girl already. Oh boy.
Yep.
Well, listen, thank you so much for taking the time. I know it's tough with a little one who's
Okay, play with the
who will
computer.
not sit still. So thanks for doing this with us and sharing. We think it's really important for women to hear, especially like women who are, in their 40s and who feel like, there's no hope.
Yeah.
Like you really do give a lot of hope and you're inspiration to a lot of women out there.
Pretty awesome. Congrats.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks, Susan.
All right. Thanks.
Okay, see you
Thanks,
guys.
baby
Okay.
Key. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.
Bye. How do I do that?